Ladies and gentlemen, the rise of Hindutva. Hindutva, a phenomena that is craving itself a pathway for structural violence against Indian owned population, more specifically the Muslim minority. Moreover, it is necessary to understand the current mechanisms of the Indian government as they have adopted a harsh rhetoric against Pakistan through the saffronization of their state machinery. Since taking office, Modi's government has demonstrated stronger capabilities in mobilizing the public than on governance. But its appeal to the Hindutva rhetoric helps to retain a solid vote base by attributing his governance failure to those who oppose the far right politics of Hindutva. A post truth status was taking shape in India when such rhetoric was increasingly being resonated among the public. Post truth means that objective facts are less influential in shaping public opinion than appeal to emotion and personal belief. More judgments can further solidify the post truth status. The phenomena of violent extremisms, arguing that it threatens the security and stability of the nations. Hindutva, Hindu narratives contain ample promises of greatness and glory. This is the nationalistic past to a greater India contained in the idea of Akhand Bharat. It is something that links national glory to the size of the country, entailing the stretches from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, Nepal, Tibet, and so forth. The idea of Hindutva is the foreign races in Hindustan must either adopt the Hindu culture and language, must learn to respect and hold in reverence Hindu religion, must entertain no idea but those of the glorification of the Hindu race and culture. This is of the Hindu nation and must lose their separate existence to merge in the Hindu race, or may stay in the country, wholly subordinated to the Hindu nation, claiming nothing, deserving no privileges, far less any preferential treatment, not even citizens' right. The Hindutva discourse has three basic signifiers: land, race, and Hindu culture. In Bollywood's representation, the three signifiers are dissolved in the form of a charismatic godlike leader, Shivaji, a leader who is India himself, and all Hindus must march in the ways of his ideas. The land Bharat becomes the main signifier in Hindu discourse and is tied to Shivaji and its representation in the movie. Two main angles are being created in Bollywood cinema. First, that Muslims are dark and evil, and that pure Hindus are completely moral and tormented by Muslims. India needs a God who should resemble Krishna or Shivaji, a leader who can bring security and independence to India. Land, race, and Hindu culture, these are the three pillars that dictate three important dimensions. First, India is a land of purity, that is the most important signifier in Bollywood today, tied to the role of a charismatic leader. Second, Hindu culture is inherited from the ancestors and comprises great value. Third, the Hindu race is pure. These three pillars are strongly presented in Bollywood. As we know all, Hinduism, not Hindutva, is a culture that has been formed based on its own signifier. The most important Hindu signifier is moksha, liberation or salvation. This salvation is of an individual kind. In order to reach moksha, an individual must be free from sin in order to be free from reincarnation in a bodily form. What makes it even more important is that it represents Modi in the form of Shivaji, and this makes Hindutva even stronger. The regional impact of Hindu nationalism, one can analyze the impact at three levels: diplomatic, political, and security. To begin with, we need to realize that the impact of the Modi government's Hindu nationalism is real and discernible in neighboring countries. But we should not overstate the regional impact. To begin with, we need to realize that the impact of the Modi's government's Hindu nationalism is real and is discernible in neighboring countries. At the diplomatic level, Modi's government has ratcheted up its Hindutva agenda, which has hurt its relation with the key neighbors. One of the obvious causes is Pakistan. The revocation of Article 370 looms large here. The repeal of Article 370 has plugged India-Pakistan relations to a new low. Bangladesh is another example of how Hindu nationalism has had a negative diplomatic implication for India, especially because unlike Pakistan, Bangladesh is a country with which India has had good relations in recent years. The impact of Hindu nationalism on India-Bangladesh relations is evident in terms of both rhetoric and policy. Dhaka was also unhappy about India's citizenship law and its new national registry that accompanied it. It did not like the exclusion of non-Muslim religious minorities in Bangladesh facing discrimination from the citizenship law. Another important case in the region was Nepal, which struggled because of Hindu nationalism. Historically, relations between New Delhi and Kathmandu have been warm. Nepal's view that India interferes in Nepal's internal matters by trying to assist the Magadheshi, a marginalized community of Hindu originally from India, which are migrated. These are some notable geopolitical consequences of the rise of Hindu nationalism in India. The Hindutva movement is centered on intolerance directed against the Muslims. Hindutva leaders and followers value their own self without having regard for others. For obvious geopolitical considerations, Western policymakers disproportionately focus on the Islamist threat, while they continue to turn a blind eye to Hindutva ideology in India. Therefore, international organizations such as the Financial Action Task Force (FATF) have never included non-Islamic variants of violent extremisms in their scope and agenda. Such an eventuality could put India under tremendous diplomatic pressure. Pakistan must play a leading role in collaboration with the Islamic world to push for a non-discriminatory approach to terrorism on all relevant international forums. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.